The top stories tonight in Y News. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. urges religious group leader Apollo Quiboloy to show up and face the cases filed against him, noting that authorities are just following the law. The Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations and Gender Equality cites in contempt suspended Bambantarlac Mayor Guo after failing to appear in today's inquiry. The Armed Forces of the Philippines confirms the presence of the Chinese carrier strike group in Philippine territorial waters. And we will discover why United States President Joe Biden addressed domestic concerns about his fitness for office with NATO leaders. Good evening, Philippines and the world. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of July, 2024. Join us in the next hour as we deliver today's top stories around the Philippines and in other parts of the world. We are also seen in 1,935 satellite monitoring centers nationwide and via live streaming worldwide through the UNTV News and Rescue social media channels. I am Harding Delgado. First in the news. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has stated that he finds nothing wrong with the 10 million pesos being offered as a reward for any information leading to the capture of religious group leader Apollo Quiboloy. The president has also made a direct appeal to Quiboloy, urging him to come forward. Nel Maribuhok reports.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has urged religious group leader Apollo Quiboloy to show up and face the cases filed against him, noting that authorities are just following the law. Quiboloy remains in hiding after arrest warrants were issued against him for sexual abuse and human trafficking.
He can question their motives as much as they want, but magpakita siya. I question his motives. Let me question his motives. Bakit lagi kaming kine-question? Sinusundan lang namin ang batas. Sundin din niya ang batas.
PBBM also found nothing wrong with the reward from the private sector for anybody who can provide information on the whereabouts of Quiboloy.
Bakit hindi? They want to help us bring a fugitive to justice. You know, he is a fugitive. He is hiding from the law. Now, if there are private citizens who want to assist the government in that effort to bring him to justice.
A number of private individuals pushed for the reward before the Department of the Interior and Local Government or DILG to facilitate the speedy capture of Quiboloy. The camp of Quiboloy questioned the motives of the private individuals who offered the 10 million peso bounty. Nel Maribuhok, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Michael Yang was cited in contempt by the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs for failing to attend the committee hearing regarding the September 2023 drug bust in Pampanga. Yang, a former economic advisor of the Duterte administration, is linked to being an incorporator of Empire 999 Realty Corporation, which owns the warehouse where billions worth of illegal drugs were seized. Rosalie Cos will tell us why.
The House Committee on Dangerous Drugs has approved a motion declaring businessman Michael Yang, former presidential economic advisor to former President Rodrigo Duterte, cited in contempt. This is due to his repeated non-attendance in hearings conducted by the committee since May, related to the seizure of 3.6 billion pesos worth of shabu in a warehouse in Mabalacat City, Pampanga in September 2023.
May I move then, Mr. Chair, that we cite Mr. Michael Yang in contempt for continuously being absent in spite of the subpoena, in spite of the invitation given him.
Michael Yang is linked to an incorporator of Empire 999 Realty Corporation, the owner of the warehouse where illegal drugs were seized. Specifically, he is associated with someone named Willie Ong, who was reportedly Yang's former interpreter. If Yang gets arrested, he will be detained at a city jail.
He will be detained at Bikutan City Jail if he is arrested by the law enforcement unit's task to arrest him.
In another development, former police official Eduardo Asierto appeared at the hearing. Asierto, a former anti-drug operative, revealed Yang's alleged involvement in illegal drugs. However, this intelligence report by Asierto was not acknowledged by former President Duterte.
Natalisod ko at pinaimbestigahan ko sila Michael Yang at Alan Lim na malapit nilang kaibigan ni Senator Bongo. Ako po at ang mga kasamahan kong si pulis ang nakadiskubre ng mga illegal na aktibidad at gumawa ng report tungkol kay Michael Yang at Alan Lim, mga personalidad sa illegal na droga na laging nakikitang nakasama ni Pangulong Duterte at Senator Guo.
Following Asierto's statements during the hearing, other personalities such as a former senator and former chiefs of the Philippine National Police and Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency are also being considered for invitation to the committee hearing. Meanwhile, due to the involvement of foreign nationals in illegal drug operations in the Philippines who used front names, a lawmaker has suggested the drafting of a bill addressing this issue.
It's the desire of this representation to include in the recommendation. We come up with a law which will restrict foreign nationals from using different names.
Furthermore, because of the use of multiple names, authorities are having difficulty identifying the identity and locating personalities involved in illegal drug operations and other crimes. Rosa Licoz, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has assured the public that under new rules signed on Wednesday at Malacanang, no case will be brought to trial or a complaint will face a preliminary investigation unless there is strong evidence. Dante Amento tells us why.
Department of Justice Secretary Crispin Rimulya signed on Wednesday, July 10, the 2024 DOJ-NPS rules on preliminary investigation and inquest proceedings in Malacanang. The event was witnessed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. The chief executive stressed that under these new rules, no complaint will be filed and subsequently elevated to the court without relevant and strong evidence. It would also prevent the filing of frivolous suits.
The new rules elevate the quantum of evidence from probable cause to prima facie evidence with a reasonable certainty of conviction. This means that only strong cases are brought to trial, reducing frivolous suits and malicious prosecution that clog our courts.
President Marcos Jr. further said no basis complaints resulted to congested dockets of courts across the country.
It's no secret that our courts' dockets have been heavily burdened with a volume of cases, causing delays in the administration of justice. Today, we address this problem by introducing reforms that are a product of the strong collaboration between the executive and the judiciary.
Meanwhile, the DOJ also disclosed that the rules would allow prosecutors and law enforcers to work hand in hand in gathering evidence during case build-up. And no person will be charged without evidence for certainty of conviction.
Yan po ang garantiya sa bagong rules na meron tayong ebidensya na tinatawag na prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction na hawak po ng law enforcement agents kasama ng prosecutors bago kayo makasuhan sa korte.
Dante Amento, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
Suspended Bamban-Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo through her team filed a petition for certiorari before the Supreme Court on Wednesday, July 10. Guo urged the tribunal to bar the Senate from compelling her to attend their hearings. Attorney Stephen David, Guo's lawyer, explained that there was no need for her client to attend the Senate inquiry after giving all the information in the last hearing. He added that the rights of his client were also allegedly violated. David assures anew that Mayor Guo will not hide.
Pwede i-excuse niya siya sa mga Senate hearing kasi nga, number one, nasabi niya lahat ng nangyari doon eh. Ano pa bang itatanong sa pangalawa? Ang dami niya ng kasong sinampas sa kanya. So, yung kanyang constitutional rights self-incrimination, ano na yun, nakataya na doon.
The House Secretary General Reginald Velasco has clarified that a total of 20 million pesos has been allocated for the preparations of the third State of the Nation address or SONA of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. According to the House official, the budget covers expenses such as food and beverages, uniforms for the 2,000 Secretariat employees, not only for the SONA but also for their day-to-day duties, security arrangements, interagency coordination meetings, invitations, equipment rental, and other related costs. The official also assured that the House is committed to transparency and responsibility in spending public funds. The Quezon City Police District has assured its preparedness for the upcoming State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. QCPD Director Police Brigadier General Red Maranan conducted an inspection of the equipment which will be used for the security operations. Among those equipment are mobility assets, mobile command centers, communication equipment, drones, and bomb robot. Maranan added they will start the deployment in the vicinity of Batasan on Friday, July 19.
Ang result ng ating inspection ngayon ay nagsasabi na ang QCPD ay handang-handa na sa ikatlong SONA ng ating Pangulo. Mag-i-start kami ng deployment Friday pa lang kami sa QCPD. Friday ay meron na tayong certain percentage na i-deploy ng mga pulis. Saturday, Sunday hanggang sa Monday, yung 100%.
The QCPD director urged the protesters to follow the rules to avoid untoward incidents. Maranan ensures that QCPD personnel will exercise maximum tolerance. He also warns the protesters that burning of effigy is prohibited.
And for the news abroad, United States President Joe Biden has addressed domestic concerns about his global fitness by emphasizing NATO's strength and bolstering Ukraine against Russian attacks, marking a key foreign policy achievement amid ongoing crisis. The chief executive has celebrated the 75th anniversary of the signing of a historic mutual defense pact between 12 countries in Washington. Speaking at the historic Mellon Auditorium, he also announced plans to provide Ukraine with strategic and tactical air defense systems. Biden praised the 32-member NATO alliance, now strengthened by the additions of Sweden and Finland, for its enhanced power in countering Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The president credited NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg with preventing Kyiv's fall and ensuring the alliance's continued global security. However, Biden's NATO speech has sparked questions about his fitness for the Oval Office. Some Democratic House members advocate for a younger candidate, while Senate members express doubts about Biden's ability to defeat former President Trump in another election. And those are the reasons behind the news in other parts of the globe. I am Maven Carrizo, live from Perth, Australia. Good evening.
Government executives from various branches are set to return to the basketball court, showcasing their skills and unity in helping others through sports. On Wednesday, the league successfully kicked off with an exciting triple-header of games, marking the start of what promises to be an engaging and community-driven tournament. JP Nunez reports.
After nearly a year, the UNTV Cup Executive Face-Off is back. From 7 teams in 2023, this year's competition will see 10 teams battling it out, all with a singular goal to support their chosen beneficiaries through the game of basketball. The defending champion, the Senate Sentinels, led by Senators Joel Villanueva, Sonny Angara, and Christopher Bongo, will be competing fiercely. Joining them are the generals and colonels from the AFP Cavaliers, executives from Malacanang or the Office of the President Executives, and the Judiciary Magis, led by Supreme Court Associate Justice Jose Maidas Marquez and other judges from various cities and provinces. Also returning are the DOJ Beacons executives, featuring DOJ spokesperson, Assistant Secretary Miko Clavano, and other state prosecutors, as well as the Ombudsman Graft Busters and the GSIS Furies. For the first time, the Commission on Elections team, named the COMELEC Fast Trackers, the DFA Diplomats, and the Social Security System or SSS Kabalikat Pension Boosters will join the fray. The total cash prize amounts to 2.65 million pesos, tax-free. The champion will take home 1 million pesos. The second place gets 500,000 pesos. The third place receives 250,000 pesos. The fourth place earns 200,000 pesos. And the teams finishing in the 5th to 11th places will each receive 100,000 pesos as a consolation prize. JP Nunez, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
In other news, the Senate panel has ordered the arrest of suspended Bambantarlac Mayor Alice Guo and several others for being a no-show in today's hearing, causing them to be cited in contempt and ordered arrested. This report will tell us why. After failing to appear in today's inquiry, the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations and Gender Equality has cited in contempt suspended Bambantarlac Mayor Alice Guo. This as senators expressed dismay over her excuse letter, calling it unacceptable.
Nakakahiya naman po dun sa mga tunay na may mental health, seryosong usapin ang mental health. At hindi po ito dapat ginagamit na dahilan para magsinungaling.
Sinyalis ito na meron silang alam na ayaw nilang isiwalat o ayaw nilang ipaalam sa atin at meron silang tinatago. Yung hindi nila pagpunta ho dito para sa akin is a sign of guilt.
Senate Deputy Minority Leader Risa Ontiveros, who chairs the committee, says the arrest order will be released soon, one signed by Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero. 7 others were also cited in contempt and ordered arrested, including Guo's family members, while 15 individuals, mostly tagged as incorporators of Philippine offshore gaming operators or POGOs, were subpoenaed to compel their appearance in the next hearing. Meanwhile, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian disputes the claim of Guo that she was homeschooled, as he revealed that they attended the same school. The lawmaker showed Guo's school records and some of its attachments, including her alien certificate of registration and her alleged original birth certificate from China.
Nag-aral siya sa parehas kong school, sa Grace Christian High School, for grades 1, 2, and 3. Year 2000 to 2003. So, hindi siya homeschool ni Rubilin. Nag-aral ho talaga ho siya. And nung natatandaan ko, sa school ho namin walang farm ho doon. Puro building ho. And ito yung kanyang school records. And in that enrollment document, interestingly, meron ding birth certificate galing sa China, no, in Chinese, at tinranslate and tinranslate siya sa English. So nakasulat dito na father niya si Guo Jiangjong, alam na ho natin, at ang mother niya ay si Wen Yilin.
Meanwhile, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, or PANCOR Chairman Alejandro Tenco discloses that former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque requested for a meeting in 2023 together with a certain Cassandra Leong, who is a representative of Lucky South 99, the POGO hub that was raided by authorities in Porac, Pampanga.
According to Tenko, Roque asked to extend help to Ong, who had problems in paying their taxes to Pagcor after they were allegedly deceived by certain Dennis Cunanan. However, he denied that Roque tried to influence the approval of Lucky South 99's license reapplication, contrary to Pagcor's previously released strong-worded statement that a former cabinet official had been lobbying for an illegal pogo.
Marami po silang mga kulang na mga iba't ibang mga dokumento dahil naghihigpit na po kami. After dun po, diretso na pong tumatawag si Attorney Roque or nakikipag-ugnayan kay Attorney Jessa Fernandez. Hindi po naman niya ako pressure. Kumbaga, bilang abogado siguro, bilang kliyente niya, nagpa-facilitate lang at nakikiusap po siya.
5 times po siya tumawag. Nagtatanong lang naman po siya kung ano po yung mga lacking documents na kailangan pang i-comply. Then sinendan ko po siya ng listahan at nag-reply po siya doon ng salamat. 2 beses po na tawag niya, hindi ko po nasagot dahil po meron po akong meeting. And then 1 beses po ay nagpa-follow up po ulit siya kung ano po yung status ng application nila ng Lucky South.
Roque, for his part, denies the accusations.
Wala po humingi ng permiso sa akin para ilagay ang pangalan ko at wala po talagang pumasok sa akin bilang isang kliyente na nangangalang Lucky South 99. Naniminsan po, hindi ko naging kliyente nga itong Lucky South at kung naging kliyente ko po yan, bakit ko itatanggi? Wala naman pong responsibilidad ng isang abogado kung wala naman pong maling ginawa ang isang abogado kung hindi ang trabaho lang niya bilang isang abogado.
The Senate panel will study whether to invite Roque in the next hearing. Harleen Delgado, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God. The Armed Forces of the Philippines remains vigilant in the high seas following reports of a bilateral exercise between China and Russia scheduled to take place in the West Philippine Sea. According to AFP Public Affairs Office Chief Colonel Xerxes Trinidad, the AFP's primary focus is on ensuring peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. He emphasized their commitment to monitoring the area closely to safeguard Philippine sovereignty against any potential violations by either country involved. Trinidad also called on all parties to adhere strictly to international norms and laws to maintain peace and order in the region. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has confirmed the presence of the Chinese carrier strike group in Philippine territorial waters. According to AFP spokesperson Colonel Francel Margaret Padilla, this deployment is a matter of concern. The statement underscored the importance of maintaining peace and stability in the region and urged all parties to abide by international law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. The AFP reiterated its commitment to protecting the country's interest and security through continued vigilance. This announcement from the AFP follows the deployment of the People's Liberation Army Navy's Shandong Carrier Strike Group in the West Philippine Sea. In the second quarter of this year, Members Church of God International once again organized a nationwide simultaneous mass bloodletting this Wednesday, July 10, aiming to encourage blood donors from all corners of the country to assist our fellow Filipinos in need. Earlier today, simultaneous mass blood donations were held across various parts of the Philippines, with the MCGI Convention Center in Apalit, Pampanga serving as one of the main venues for the event. Just this Monday, the Jose B. Lingad Memorial Medical Hospital awarded MCGI with a special recognition as their top-performing blood partner of 2023, having collected over 13,000 blood bag units during last year's mass bloodletting event. With the goal of helping more fellow human beings, MCGI continues its commitment to conducting mass blood donations, serving as small instruments in saving lives.
Hindi man tayo mayroong kakayahang makapagbigay ng tulong na pinansyal, pero mayroong nasa atin na wala namang cash out na pwede nating i-share sa ating kapwa. At ito ay atin pong advokasiyang natutunan sa pagtuturo pa po ni Brother Eli at ngayon nga po ni Kuya Daniel na tuloy-tuloy na mas massive, mas malawak na atin pong pagtutulong-tulong sa ating pagsasama-sama sa MCGI.
And before we close, we will leave you with a word, giving glory to God. From the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 37, it says, "For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." And those are the reasons behind the news July 10, 2024. Reasons we deliver to you as they unfold. Because we need to know. We will always ask why. I'm Hardin Delgado. We serve the people. We give glory to God.